Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm feeling a little bit down today. I've had a very completely rough day, like a very bad day, in other words. So I'm making this video because I'm feeling so sad. I am saddened by the way people treat us who are married to different kinds of men. So I'm not going to make a very long video. I'm just going to make it short, but today is really so sad for me. Things have been going on, like stuff goes on. Of course, you can't expect everybody to be the same. You can't expect everybody to be literate enough about certain things. I understand that, but there are some people that I do not expect such things from. So today I had some paperwork I had to do, get done with. I've been having a lot going on, going on and forth for my paperwork and stuff. I'm working on so many things, So I had gone to URSB, like some of the things that I'm working on, they need a certified true copy of my marriage certificate, right? So I took it on Monday and I had to pick it yesterday, but then I went there and they were like, it's not yet ready, you come tomorrow, right? So today my husband was like, let me go with you. So we went together, and then usually where I was passing is like where we pass like the checkpoint and whatever. So today we had to pass in the other main gate because he had to park. So while he was going, we went with a scooter because we just wanted to avoid jam and stuff, and we were in a rush because my husband had a lot to do, like he had stuff in office and whatever, and I had to rush back home because my house help had asked for a half-day work, so I was really rushing to come back to the kids, of course. So when we reached there, he's like, let me park down in the basement, you can wait for me here at the checkpoint. Like there is this kind of police officers who were seated there, and they're checking all the cars that are getting in. But remember, we came using a scooter, we didn't take a car. So he goes down to the basement, and then I'm standing there waiting for him because I just didn't want to go down with him. So one of the policemen was like, are you Indian? Of course, I get this a lot. So many people ask me and I just need to explain myself. So many people are nice, they're so surprised and whatever. This guy was so rude, like super rude. I'm like, no, I'm Ugandan, with a smile on my face. He's like, you got married to an Indian? I said, yes, I did. And he's like, these guys don't allow us, he used the F word. But then why do they take our women? And I'm like, excuse me? I am nobody's woman. I am his wife, right? And then he goes on speaking all that bad words, and he, okay, I understand. Not everybody is illiterate. Is literate enough to know that these things happen. Like, that is a marriage registration office, right? So many people go there to get married, different kinds of people and stuff. Indians go there to marry Ugandans. It's so normal. I don't know what was wrong with this guy. So he spoke so many bad languages, bad words, in English rather. And then I'm like, at least respect the uniform that you're in. He's like, do not tell me that you people just want to go and get the F word and all that. And I'm like, where is your problem? It is my life. He's my husband. I can choose whomever I want to get married to. And he's like he spoke so much, I can't speak it here. So meanwhile, my husband comes in and is like, let us go, because I didn't want him to get to know what happened around there. He might get hurt or he might get offended. And I know my husband, when stuff comes to me, like, he doesn't get a second thought, he can react. So before we left, I told this guy, do you know you are abusing the uniform that you're putting on right now? Like, you are a police officer. You're supposed to be protecting us. So tomorrow, if anything happens to me and I come to you, that means you will not protect me. You are the same people that are spoiling children around, the young girls around. He's like, do not tell me that. He was so super rude. I was so angry. And then there were three of them, and then the others had started using the bad languages. But then when I spoke about respecting their uniform, like, those other two, they were younger than him. Can you imagine? Those other two just kept calm, like, they kept quiet, and he continued telling me all those nasty things. I don't know, maybe being with my husband, I don't like listening to such things, in public. It really sounds bad for me. I want somebody to respect me and my decisions. This is my decision. Like, it is my life. Where is your problem? Tell me. So the others were calm, and then before I went as well, I told him, do you know my dad is also a police officer, and I wouldn't imagine my dad speaking like this to other people. Like, he is the most calmest police officer I have seen. He heads a station, but whenever I go to visit him at his office, like, everybody speaks good about him. What are they going to speak about you here? If you do this to everybody that comes in and goes out, like, they have come to do their work. Like, they have stuff to do here. They didn't come to get explanations from you or lectures from you or whatever. So I left and followed my husband. We reached, like, I was so furious. I was so angry. I was thinking of, when we are done here, I'm definitely going to look for the head of that place, like the police officer who heads all of them, so that, I tell him, I complain, rather. It's a complaint, like, teach your young officers some manners, like those ones who are under you. Because for sure, police is there to protect us, for God's sake. So if other people hear this from a police officer, tomorrow they will be knowing there is no help that is going to come from you guys. I've grown up hearing a lot about police officers, like, they spoil, like, they do not marry, like, they marry, some of them do marry, but not all. Some of them just play around people's daughters like this. So when we got done with our work, I had gone to meet the chief registrar, and while going out, my heart was like, just speak something into her ears, because my husband definitely didn't have time. Like, I would tell him I'm going to look for the head of these police officers, but he wouldn't have time. So I asked the lady, do Indians come here because I got married. Okay, the URSB has changed, they have moved places and whatever. But still, I got married there and nothing has ever happened like this. Everybody respects people's decisions, So I'm like, do Indians come here to marry Uganda? And she's like, yes, of course, we get so many of them. And I'm like, then why was the officer outside pretending like he has never seen this happening? It's his first time to see a couple that is Ugandan and Indian. So she's like, what happened? So I tell her, like, this guy has been using these these words, and they were hurting me, and he was so rude. He spoke a lot about Indians. Like, Indians are human beings, guys. They are human beings. They have a heart and they have blood running through their veins, just like us. So if I get married to an Indian, where is the difference between, okay, the difference is maybe probably color and whatever, and the country, but he is just like any other man anybody would marry. And when he was like, you guys leave us here and just go find these guys to, spoil you and whatever. Oh God, it really hit me too hard. So she's like, oh really? Okay, I'm going to see what I can do about it. But it has not gone out of my mind at all. It hurt me. It hurt me deep when I see people speak ill about Indians. We should not speak ill about people that we do not know. Of course, I know their image has been ruined by some people, but Indians are not bad people. I don't know what comes into people's minds. They should get a chance and stay with these guys and know how they are, right? So while coming out of the office, he changed places. I think when we left, probably those other two must have talked to him and put sense into him. So still when we came out, I was still so furious. I wasn't talking. My husband was like, let go of it. This thing happen every day. I know it does, but really, I've come with my husband and you speak ill about him. You speak ill about Indians. Really? You should be, proud. Oh, wow, our daughter is doing good. You should be happy for me as a fellow Ugandan. If you want me to get married, what would a Ugandan do for me? Or what would the difference be if I got married to a Ugandan? He would still be a man, just like the man that I have. Okay? So when we were getting out, he was still seated there and he was looking so guilty and whatever. I didn't even speak anything about him. I had already complained about him to the chief registrar. I don't know what is going to happen or what. These are the guys that spoil the name of police officers, right? They will be the thugs. Okay, I know police maybe recruits them without knowing what they're going to do, misuse the uniform or whatever. But for sure, it was so hurtful. Those are the people that use the uniform to do bad things, I guess. So when we came out, I stepped down and my husband went to pick a scooter. I still waited him from there, and then these other two guys were apologizing. Mom, we're so sorry about what happened, but sometimes some words just come out, and I'm like, it's okay, but you guys should respect the uniform that you're in, and you should respect whoever comes here. People do not come here to listen to the nonsense that you're telling them, right? People come here for work. They come here having things to do rather than listening to your stupid lectures. I'm sorry to use these words, but I was so hurt and so disappointed. My family is police. My dad is a policeman. My brother-in-law is a policeman, and my own brother is a policeman. And these are the guys that spoil the images of these innocent policemen, right? So if somebody sees him talking like this or hears him talking like this, they will be thinking all policemen are the same, right? And all policemen means including my family, which is not. Okay? My dad never took any bribe from anyone. I don't know. I should not be speaking this. Of course, there are some people who do that because we are human. But he never does that. And see how this person behaves putting on a uniform. It really hurt me too much. I was so hurt. I didn't even get any hunger today because of thinking about it, and I'm like, wow, people are so mean. Recently, okay, stuff like this happen, and you go on, life moves on. So recently I had gone to an embassy, and then from the embassy I had some other work at the foreign affairs, blah blah blah, a lot. And I met this guy at the embassy. He does the boda job. He's a boda rider. And so since I wanted to rush to the foreign affairs and come back, I just used him. I couldn't take a car because, of course, there would be too much traffic. So while we were going, he's like, of course, he had seen my husband because I left him there and I used him to go. So he's like, your husband is Indian? I was like, yeah. Okay, I understand your concern. He started telling me, those guys, be careful, you shouldn't give birth to so many kids, blah blah blah. He will dump you, he will leave you here, and he will go settle in India with his he will marry there, he's going to leave you here, he might have used a different name here, blah blah blah. You'll go through a lot, and when you come to the embassy, they will look for the names you're giving them, like they will not find it, blah blah. I told him, excuse me, I just sat here for you to take me where it's going, because he wasn't rude. I understand your concern as a fellow Ugandan, but I think sometimes you should not just jump into conclusions when we do not know people. I try to explain to him, like, my husband is okay. I have had scenarios of that, but I trust my husband to the core, because I have been to his place. I have met everybody at his place. So how can he just do this? For God's sake, we have 2 sons. He's like, no, there is a lady who came. They had 5 kids, but still he did that. I understand your concern, but do not just get into my matters without knowing me. So when I told him that, he just kept quiet. He cooled down. But then this police officer is always supposed to be fighting for me when something happens, or when I get into trouble around, but he is being so mean and so rude. You guys, he spoke so much in the shortest period that I had there. I had a lot. Like, he told me a lot, for sure. It really hurt me. It broke my heart. It really broke my heart. I don't know. Sometimes life goes on, I know, but I do not completely like people speaking ill about Indians. They are the most loving people I have met so far. Like, they are even loving more than our own people. Okay, Indians are one people. They are not, Uganda is also loving. We are so welcoming. We have too much love. We have hospitality. It is the same as the Indians. It is the same as the Indians. Without staying with people, my mom usually says, if you do not sleep with somebody, you can't know that that person's breath is too bad, which is true. So people just need to let us be. They should let us breathe. They should let us enjoy the lives we have. They should let us enjoy our marriages without them putting their opinions into our marriages, and without them putting their opinions of saying, why didn't you get a Ugandan man, blah blah blah. Okay, it is my choice, and my choice is my choice. Just respect it, and maybe bless me or be happy for me. Or even though you do not want to be happy for me, just keep quiet and mind your business, right? I really don't know. It was so bad. So bad. But anyway, life goes on. I'm just going to put that behind me and have a great life with my family, and move on. Yeah, that is it. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you love my videos, if you've gone through my videos, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share out my videos. This is supporting me, to take up my journey as a YouTuber. I'll be so grateful if you like my videos and share them out, and do not forget to subscribe. Bye.